Legend of Zelda as a franchise. Now, I will say that Legend of Zelda is one of the most difficult video games I played, especially Twilight Princess. Like, I knew of Legend of Zelda, but Twilight Princess was my first real step into it. It was like the first ones I really tried playing through, and wow, was that a hard game. I have to admit, I needed a little bit of assistance beating that game. I had to look up some guides. I kind of wish I didn't, because I would have liked to explore more, but you know what? I what's done is done, and now I'm gonna try not to look up the guides too much. Still, I enjoyed the game. It was like great cast of characters. You got Link. Here's the thing: Link's a silent protagonist, so you would think that he doesn't have much personality, but I would say he does. You just gotta really pay attention. Pay attention to his body language, his facial expressions. You can see that he's just a really nice kid who does the right thing. He's concerned about other people. He wants to keep everyone safe. Some of his you could pick some of his dialogue. He shows a little more personality. He's like a little. He comes off as this responsible kid, but maybe he's not perfect, but he tries. And I guess it varies along the games, because usually his personality is core. Because here's the thing: even though Link is a different person each game, is the hero reborn, so the personality kind of sticks through. Skyward Sword, he's a little sassier, because I guess that was the original Link. So I guess this is before he went through a lot, all the things that he went through in the later games, at least his spirit. And then you have like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which has his he's still serious, but he's got a bit of you can see a little sass in his voice when you select some of his lines. Maybe even sometimes you see his facial expressions during certain things. You give him a compliment, he will get shy about it. You see like these other games, he will just you can tell when he's worried, happy, stuff like that. It's all about the body language. So that's what gives Link his character. And I guess he's also a bit lazy, or everyone thinks he's lazy because he's always all the games start with him sleeping in. They never call him lazy, but honestly, a lot of times he's having a nightmare. These people don't realize this poor guy's suffering. And some games do portray him as a glutton. So, typical shonen thing, I guess. What I liked about some of these games, though, is like they kind of changed a little. Breath of the Wild, it changed a little. You hear the argument that it's not a real Zelda game. It is a Zelda game. It just doesn't play like some of the others. Gameplay styles change along games, so they're not. If you keep it the same all the time, it kind of gets a little stale. So I don't think Breath of the Wild did anything wrong. Tears of the Kingdom tried improving on that. I would say that it wasn't perfectly done, but I could see the effort to try to make it a little more than Breath of the Wild was. It really should not have been a $70 game. That was a really ridiculous decision, but whatever. At least I got it on discount. Point is, this is what I liked about the Legend of Zelda games. It has like each game feels like its own style, its own way of doing things. Like Spirit Tracks did not feel like Twilight Princess. It did not feel like Breath of the Wild. Even aesthetically, it changes a lot. And I guess it's also the music too, but in the end, it just boils down to it being a fun game to play. And I kind of like how each temple gives you like a different device to use, and it adds more to what Link can do. And I like how Breath of the Wild, he has more weapons than just a sword, so you can use so many different things. And I would say that Breath of the Wild is just like one of those relaxing games for me. Like I play it and I just feel at ease, and that's how a video game should make you feel. That's just my quick brief. And then, I have a little more to say. I do like some of the side characters. I like Princess Zelda. I know her personality could vary between games because she's a little less. Like, she's also kind of reborn, but not exactly the same. I like some of the one-off characters. I like Midna. I like her relationship with Link, how she starts off as cold and then she warms up to him. I like seeing characters like I remember one game Link had a little sister. That was a good touch. I like Irene in Link Between Worlds. She also had like this tsundere type thing, but she warms up because that's how Link is. He's just that one guy everyone warms up to. But at point, but I like the franchise as a whole, and I will try to get as many games as I can. That's all I had to say this time. I'm signing off.